Hundreds of firefights leave little time to reflect in the Korengal.
To their families.
But today is Memorial Day. Generally, the soldiers don't like to talk about their losses. It hurts. This is a rare exception.
I was the truck commander when we lost our first guy. He was my gunner when our first guy from the company went down. And literally being there when his heart finally stopped beating and you've got your hands on him and you're trying to do the best that you can with him, it's something that you never forget.
What the soldiers have been through here has changed them and strengthened the bonds within the company.
These guys you become closer to in a matter of months, and you feel like you've known them all your life compared to people you've grown up with, compared to family members.
In the command center, the photographs of Viper Company's 8 fallen are constant reminders.
We have barbecues and stuff here. We're going to have a barbecue today, matter of fact, and it is kind of depressing not to see one of your friends or your guys you've been fighting with not there, knowing that he lost his life here fighting for the country.
Their Memorial Day barbecue isn't much. A quick meal, dominoes.
Give me a dab. Give me a dab.
A few soldiers have guitars. One strums the strings with the top of a soda can. But the downtime is constantly interrupted by attacks. The mortar teams scramble to drop bombs.
Fire.
Since they arrived in the valley, Viper Company has now fired 10,000 mortar rounds.
Fire.
When night falls, the soldiers hold what seems an appropriate tribute. They fire more mortars. 8 illumination rounds, chemicals that burn in the night sky. Each one is a tribute to a lost soldier. After Memorial Day, we return to Restrepo, another 2-hour hike back to the tip of the spear.
So they've decided to take us on a new way up, and it's shorter, but a lot steeper. This one, in many places, you have to climb with your hands. They didn't tell us that before we left.
Back on Restrepo, we notice small improvements to the outpost. New security cameras, a new guard tower. There's more food now, too. Chili with potato chips is especially popular. To heat it up, there's even a microwave oven.
Hey, Mom, what's up?
And a telephone.
Thank you. It is my birthday. I feel so old.
But most importantly, violence is down.
I don't think we've won the war here in the Korengal, but it is definitely calmed down a little bit.
But bringing some calm to Restrepo has come at a heavy price. Coming back to Restrepo, the first thing I noticed is all the new faces here. There's been a high turnover because this platoon has taken so many casualties. Of the original 20 soldiers we met when we were last here, only about half are still on Restrepo. The rest were either killed, injured, or got so sick they had to be evacuated. Most of the soldiers we met on our last trip simply aren't at Restrepo anymore. Sergeant Philip Lacey was shot in the head. He's recovering back in the States. And Private Matt Fowler from Idaho is down on another base with a knee injury.
It's really rough, but ankles, knees, shot. Back, yeah, sure, we're all going to have a little bit of back problems. We're all going to have leg problems, but you just got to go back out there and do your thing.
I mean, that little outpost tears through people.
Yeah.
Fowler has a new tattoo on his fingers. One word, strength.
Seems like all the good guys we've had out here, like the best of the best guys that we've had out here are gone.
Specialist Dustin Duvall is one of the only original soldiers still on Restrepo. At times, Duvall says he feels like the last man standing.
It was hell. Every day, firefight. You wake up to it, you go to sleep to it. And you were exhausted, just wore down.
How many firefights you been in?
More than I can count. I don't have an actual number. I mean, we started counting at the beginning, and then it just got ridiculous, and we just gave up counting.
All that violence is changing Duvall's priorities. He got married on leave on Valentine's Day to his high school sweetheart. Specialist Jordan Taylor has changed too. He's become more spiritual after so many firefights.
My guardian angel, his shield has some bullet holes in it for sure. So, I mean, I don't feel lucky. I feel protected.
You gain a greater appreciation for life.
Yes, a lot.
And Zach Boyd has become the most famous soldier on Restrepo. He was on the front page of the New York Times when he jumped out of bed and into a firefight wearing pink I Love New York boxers. At first, he was worried because he was out of uniform. His mother told him President Obama reads the New York Times.
And I was like, oh, great, the president's going to see it. I'm definitely busted now.
Instead, Defense Secretary Robert Gates praised him.
Any soldier who goes into battle against the Taliban in pink boxers and flip-flops has a special kind of courage.
And Boyd has 2 fan pages online.
So these are the ones?
These are the ones.
The Army wants to put the I Love New York boxers in a museum.
I actually brought a little present for you. So if you're going to give those up, I want to give you another present. They're not pink.
No, that's okay.
But even for Boyd, war isn't macho anymore.
I used to enjoy the firefights, it's kind of adrenaline rush type thing. But now, after 11 months of being here, you're just kind of ready to get home and relax a little bit.
But Viper Company still has 2 weeks to go before heading home. 2 more weeks to survive the Korengal.